Hey, good afternoon and welcome to EliteHealthOnline.com. My name is Clay and I have Sadia here with us from Texas Star Pharmacy. She is the lead compounding pharmacist there. Sadia, welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right. Today we're talking about an interesting topic, and that is hair loss. And Sadia, I know that we get a lot of questions related to, hey, tell me about your hair loss product, patients who are starting to lose their hair. Most guys like me, being someone who currently shaves their head, it's long gone. I have no interest at this point in trying to grow my hair back. But there's a lot of patients that have they're younger, they're starting to notice some thinning, and they're ready to try to address this before it becomes too far gone. Talk to us today, if you will, about like who's this product for specifically, what is it going to do for them, and kind of the expected outcomes they could expect to see. We just hate to overestimate what someone can experience, and I know that this product is a little bit specific into the cause of their hair loss and their unique genetic makeup and that sort of thing. So help educate our patients today on whether this is a good fit for them or not.
Sure, absolutely. Clay, most importantly, first thing is figuring out, what type of pattern, it is. So
Mhm.
basically, let's say in your male patients, majority of the time, yes, it's genetics, but also due to androgenic alopecia. Alopecia is the common, for hair loss term that is medically used. And when it says androgenic alopecia, it has to do with the DHT. So dihydrotestosterone is the one that results in, causing the hair follicles to lose and do not regrow. So first we know if it is a genetic component there, then possibly sooner than later, the hair fall will happen. But if it can be prevented, yes, absolutely. There are formulations available that has DHT inhibitors in here. So once it's applied to the scalp, it actually not only prevents the loss, but makes the hair follicles regenerate again. So basically helping, the proper, growth cycle of the, hair cycle to continue to happen. So, DHT related hair loss is definitely fixable. But when it comes to females, depending on the number of female patients, you're seeing in your practice, theirs is, yes, can be due to, DHT formation as well if they are on hormone therapy, or if they are on testosterone therapy, and for them the same formulation can be prescribed. But the form that is more common in females, especially if they have Hashimoto's type disease, where there is an autoimmune condition of the thyroid gland. It's called alopecia areata, which is again autoimmune mediated. Then again, in women, majority of the time they lose because of the stress, whether it's a physical stress or emotional stress. Then again, meditation would be something that they have to focus on either by supplements or lifestyle or yoga or whatever works for them. But majority of the time, the formulations that we have in our pharmacy or we compound for patients is basically focusing on recovering and regenerating and continuing the hair cycle. So the patients are, if they are on therapy and they are losing it, it will prevent the loss and it will help them regrow. It is usually a combination of minoxidil combined with finasteride and a small amount of topical, anti-inflammatory, which can be a hydrocortisone or triamcinolone, because majority of the time when the patients are in a cycle where they are losing their hair, it also causes a lot of inflammation, scalp inflammation, and the patients say, oh, it hurts even to touch, or even shampooing is something that hurts. So basically, combining these three ingredients is actually something that really helps from all aspects. It actually suppresses the localized inflammation they're having on the scalp. Plus, minoxidil is very well known for, improving the quality of hair, and of course, finasteride by suppressing DHT at the localized area.
Right. Excellent. So obviously our providers ask excellent questions to determine if they can determine the true cause, looking at their lab work and then deciding if this is something that would work. But many times it is also trial and error. So, not every patient
Sure.
responds the same. How quickly can a patient expect to notice either a decline in the hair loss or a complete stop, and then some regeneration. What's the typical time frame?
So it takes typically anywhere between 60 to 120 days
Okay.
for a whole hair cycle and the follicles to recover and regenerate. It's a very time-consuming process, and of course, if they are being patient about it and they're applying as prescribed and taking care of all the precautions that are necessary, usually it helps. It helps with the expedited growth, but minimum what we have seen so far is minimum 2 to 3 months, or it can be even longer. So
Okay,
that
that's good.
brings another very important point. You also using multivitamins that are rich in antioxidants, because a lot of time if the patients have a lot of oxidative damage in their body because of their lifestyle or whichever one, then consuming a good multivitamin and antioxidant supplement that has biotin, that has good
Hmm.
amount of vitamin A and vitamin C, also helps significantly improving the quality of the hair that's coming in the second round when they start to see the growth.
That's excellent. Well, thank you, Saudi. I think this information is very, very helpful for patients who are trying to decide
Sure.
if this is a great therapy for them. If you are one of those patients who unfortunately is having thinning hair, let us help you early on and get started. That I think early treatment, Saudi, you would agree, is better than delayed. Get
Yes,
started right away.
absolutely.
Visit us at elitehealthonline.com. We'll have our providers meet with you via telehealth appointment and get you started on therapy if you qualify. And Texas Star Pharmacy and Elite Health Online will be happy to help you. So, Sadia, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye.